Welcome to Introduction to Hebrew. This lesson is going to focus on learning the Aaronic Blessing found in Numbers chapter 6, verses 24 through 26. Prior to undertaking this lesson, you should have already completed the Introduction to Hebrew series, lessons 1 through 15, and reviewed the Hebrew text of Numbers chapter 6, verses 24 through 26. This lesson is going to use the interlinear feature found in BibleHub.com, which is produced in partnership with Helps Ministries, and the Hebrew text is taken from the Westminster Leningrad Codex. We'll also be using the BibleHub.com lexicon, which includes a pronunciation guide and definitions of the Hebrew words. The first term in Numbers chapter 6, verse 24 is Yevarecha. Yevarecha is a PL, imperfect, third-person masculine singular verb from barak, to bless, with a second-person masculine singular pronominal suffix, which is translated you. As you may remember, the PL stem intensifies the meaning of the verb. So this is a prayer for a big blessing, an intense blessing, not a wimpy little blessing. The imperfect tense here implies a continuous and ongoing action, and so the prayer here is for a lasting blessing, for God's continuous blessing on the individual. The verb is third-person masculine singular, that is, he, in order to match the subject of the sentence, which is Yahweh. The object of the verb is a second-person masculine singular pronoun, you. So the blessing here is on an individual person. The second term in this verse is the subject of the sentence. It is Yahweh, a masculine singular proper noun. This is God's personal name. As is common throughout the Masoretic text, the Jews have combined the consonants of the Tetragrammaton, YHVH, with the vowels of Adonai, which means Lord, to remind them to say the word Adonai when they read this out loud, instead of saying God's sacred name. Usually, this term is translated as Lord in all capital letters in most English Bibles. The third term in this verse is Vayishmerecha. It consists of three parts. The first part is a vav conjunctive, which means and. The second part is a call imperfect, third-person masculine singular verb, shamar, which means to keep or guard, with a second-person masculine singular pronominal suffix, you. So it is rendered, and keep you. This is a call stem verb. The call stem implies simple action or a state of being. In this case, God is watching over or guarding someone. The verb is third-person masculine singular, he, to match the subject of this sentence, Yahweh, and the object is again a second-person masculine singular pronoun, you, blessing an individual. The first term in verse 25 is Ya'er. This is a hifhil, imperfect, third masculine singular form of or, the verb which means to shine. In this case, the jussive aspect indicates a strong wish. So the priest who is saying this prayer is imploring God to do something. The hifhil stem implies causative action in the active voice. So God is being asked to make his face shine upon someone. The imperfect tense, again, implies continuous, ongoing action. In other words, a lasting blessing. And the verb is again in the third-person masculine singular, he, to match the subject of the sentence, Yahweh. The second term, again, is Yahweh, as we've seen before. This is God's personal name, and the subject of this second sentence. The third term is Panav. This is a common plural construct noun from panim, which means face or faces, with a third-person masculine singular pronominal suffix. While panim is plural in form, it is usually treated as singular. Some scholars speculate that the plural form reflects the fact that one face can take many different expressions. God is being asked here to make the face of Him to shine upon someone. The next term is elecha. This is a combination of the preposition el, which means to or toward, with a second-person masculine singular pronominal suffix, you. So God is being asked here to make His face shine toward you or upon you. The last term in verse 25 is vichuneka. This consists of a vav conjunctive and with a call imperfect third masculine singular form of chanan, to be gracious, with a second-person masculine singular pronominal suffix, you. The call stem implies simple action or a state of being. Here, God is being gracious to you. The first term in verse 26 is yisa. It is a call imperfect third masculine singular form of nasa, to lift, carry, or take. So here God is to lift up. The second term is Yahweh, God's personal name. The third term is panav, again, faces or face, with a third masculine singular pronominal suffix. So God is being asked to lift up the face of Him. The next term is elecha, with the preposition el, meaning to or toward, and the second masculine singular pronominal suffix you. God is being asked to lift up His face to you or upon you. The next term is veyasem, which consists of a vav conjunctive and then a call imperfect third masculine singular form of sum, to put or place, but also can mean appoint or give. So here it means and give. The next term is lecha, which consists of the preposition le, which means to or for, combined with the second-person masculine singular pronominal suffix, you. The final term is shalom, which is a masculine singular noun meaning completeness, soundness, or peace.